Abbey, we know you are so busy being famous, so we can't thank you enough for spending time with us. Congrats on your new song and much more joy, plus success, plus you and your family and David. I heart producer Alyssa.
Yeah, my name's a little hard to read there. I'm Crystal Rosas. This is our Z100 Artist Interview Lounge presented by Celsius Energy today. We are chatting with a talented singer, songwriter, and star of Netflix's Love on the Spectrum. Her new single, Boyfriend Forever, is a fun and heartfelt song inspired by her own love story. She's known for her bright spirit, her love of all things that feel magical in the world, and for sharing her journey as an autistic artist with honesty and joy. Welcome, Abbey.
Hi, welcome.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
You had such an awesome morning today. You just sang on the rooftop of Rise, New York, which is one of my favorite places ever. And you had fans, like over 100 fans there. How did that feel?
Amazing.
It's unbelievable, Abs.
Thanks.
A lot of big things happening here in New York, but this isn't your first time here. You've been before. What are some of your favorite things about New York?
What are some of my favorite things about New York is that, it's close to New Jersey, and New Jersey has a water park I love so much called DreamWorks, and they have the scariest and funnest water slides called Thrill-a-Gasgart and Jungle Jammer. I think it's fun and scary combined together.
Well, I know
they got mixed up.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not as scared as Ben, my brother. My brother would be terrified if he did it.
Man, he always gets thrown under the bus.
Poor Ben.
Yeah, and speaking of Ben, he has a mini Australian Shepherd named Navi. Do you like Australian Shepherds?
I'm a cat mom, but I'm not mad at an Australian Shepherd.
She's like a mini Australian Shepherd. She gets very jumpy.
Okay. Oh, I know you love your animals, and I know that you have a dream of opening your own water park. You're a thrill seeker, right?
I was thinking about getting rid of my diving board at my house and turning it into a water slide.
Okay. Maybe.
And make it be cool. Like a Polly Pocket water park. Because I used to have a Polly Pocket water park playset growing up.
Oh my, those are so cute.
Did you have that growing up?
I did have that growing up. If you want to do that to the pool, then you got to get mom to work ASAP.
Okay. I choose the water slide to be pink. It's for me and David.
That's sweet.
Is Ben invited? Can he ride it? Can Ben get on it?
Yeah. David went on a water slide in Hawaii. He has it on video.
Whoa. We also want to talk about your music. First of all, congratulations. We're excited to share your new song, Boyfriend Forever, that you performed today.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that performance? Because it didn't go as expected, but Abbey handled it so well. Yeah. What happened back there? Do you remember?
I sang at the top of Rise, New York.
Mm-hmm. Right, and without the backing track.
So you just sang it a cappella. Was that scary for you, or were you ready for it because you're a star?
Ready for it.
Yeah, so it wasn't hard. Now, what is your favorite part, Abbey, about making music? Do you like writing? Do you like hearing the sounds of the music?
I like hearing the sounds of the music.
Tell them about just what it feels for you when you sing.
Feels like my autism goes away, and then once I'm done singing, it comes back.
So it's your peaceful place when you sing?
Yeah.
Wow. So what were you listening to when you were growing up, some of your favorite icons and artists?
Hannah Montana.
Yes, girl, Miley.
And as due to my autism feels like there's someone living inside me, then I'm the positive one, and the person inside me is the negative one. It feels like there's two of myself, just like how Miley Cyrus lived a double life as a teen pop star in Hannah Montana.
I didn't know that's how you feel.
Yeah,
inside.
That's why I like the show, because she lived a double life as a teen pop star.
And you're kind of now a pop star and living that life.
You're almost living like a triple life, Abbey, then, on top of that.
Triple?
Right, because you have these two sides of autism, and then on top of that, you're also this rock star.
Do you feel like
yes,
that?
And also, I know another autism advocate, Aiden Boyer. He's an American singer-songwriter.
When did you learn about him?
He's been on American Idol.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
But he's your friend, right?
He's my friend, and he's in Miracle Project with David.
Wow. That's so cool that you have someone to look up to. Do you plan on auditioning for American Idol or America's Got Talent?
I'm not sure.
Why?
Because I'll be bored there.
Why do you think it's boring?
Because I'm going to have to wait in line.
Yeah. think so. You're already kind of a star. I don't think you're gonna have
I
to
know
wait.
you might skip it.
Yeah, you're
honestly.
gonna be on a different level than the regular contestants on there. How did it feel making your first music video for Boyfriend Forever? Was that fun?
Well, do you want to talk about your very first music video?
My very first music video was called "Love Is Magic." I got to dance with it I was in a program called Spectrum Laboratories. It was like a decade ago, and I got to perform there.
Oh, so you're not new to music. You've been doing this.
Yeah, and I even started music therapy at 3 years old because I could sing before I could speak.
What were you singing?
The same songs over and over and over and over again for hours and
Which
hours
ones?
and hours. Like the Kelly Clarkson song "Behind These Hazel Eyes," just that chorus.
Wait, so was that crazy when you got on the Kelly Clarkson show?
Yes.
What? How did you find out that you were going to be on the Kelly Clarkson show? Who told you?
I just figured it out myself.
In an email?
So
or-
yeah, we got an email that was sent to Christine, and it was like a week's notice, really. And the crazy part of this performance, Abby, is that you had another performance that night in Los Angeles with her Epic Theater group.
So you had to go coast to coast?
And at first, we were like, well, you know, we have to take the Kelly performance. Obviously, that's so important. It's, you know, life-changing. And then when we told the director, shout out to Jessica, she's amazing, of Epic Players that we weren't going to make it, she was like, is there any way that you could? And we were like, well, let's just try and see. So what did you do?
I got to go on the Kelly Clarkson show, then take a plane and get to do my next performance for the Epic Cabaret.
You made it.
In one day. In like 12 hours.
How were you? You must have been so tired, but so excited that you get to do these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that again? Would you do a double performance? You would totally do it again?
I believe I will.
Yeah. If you had to choose just one of them, was it the Kelly or the other one? The Epic.
Kelly Clarkson was more important.
Yeah, at the time.
Where is her
right?
show?
In New York here. Yeah, it's here in New York.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So you flew all the way here and then flew all the way back to LA. That is wild.
We were in New York City for like a total of
Any
27
houses in New
hours.
York?
Houses, a lot of apartments here. I mean, go to Queens, Long Island. There's houses over there. The Brooklyn. So then when it
This
comes
is
to
New York City.
Yeah, this is Manhattan. This is New York City. We're in Midtown right now.
Where's Times Square?
Like 3 blocks away.
We walked from Times Square
Yeah.
to here.
Right next
Is that
to
what
Rise.
the guy yelled out on the bike in Times Square?
I don't know. Do you want
Oh,
to
you
tell them
said
about
that,
that?
you said that you saw someone get like almost hit, right?
The first time you were here.
First time I came here, there was this random guy on a bike who goes, "F you, asshole."
Okay, now.
Now, when it comes to music and your music journey, who are some artists that you would love to work with? I think we were just playing one of your favorite artists on Z100 when you were walking in.
Chapel Roan.
Yeah. Who else are you a big fan of?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, those are the two that we hear all the time.
Does Sabrina Carpenter ever come here?
She has, yeah, she does. She's dropping new music too this week, actually. Now, is it okay if we talk about you and David and your love life?
Yeah.
All right, what about some non-negotiables for you when you started dating? When you think of your dream man, what are some just they have to do this and they can't be part of this?
I like going out on dates with him. I like to
What are some things you guys
Giggle
have in
with him.
common?
giggle with him could be another option.
When you met him, did you right away know that he was going to be your Prince Charming?
No, not until now.
Oh, really? So how many times did you hang out with David until you decided you were going to be boyfriend and girlfriend?
I hang with him out with him a lot.
So, but when you first started seeing David, I remember Christine, your mom, told you to hang out with him a certain amount of times. Do you remember that number?
6?
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 times. She was like, really give it some
Several.
time to become friends first, and then establish that relationship, friendship, and then really see if, you know, how that love blossoms. And you guys had so many things in common, right? Like, what are all the things you have in common?
Lion King, Little Mermaid, junk food.
I love junk food. Did you guys watch Mufasa together? So good. I loved it. I always wanted a brother.
I want to go to the zoo again. Is there a zoo here?
There is at Central Park.
Any lion cubs?
I'm not sure. We can look it up though on ChatGPT.
But last time I went to a zoo, they had just lionesses, and that's it.
Oh man.
2 female lionesses, and that's it.
Budget. I mean, the guys
Just
eat a lot
lionesses.
more.
That's it.
Yeah. So back to David. You went on a few dates. Who said I liked you first? Like who like took that step out of friendship zone between you and David? Do you remember that?
No.
No, it just happened at the same time.
Do you remember like your first kiss?
My first kiss was great.
Like, but with your first kiss with David, like, how did you guys establish being boyfriend and girlfriend? Do you remember? I think it was on the show. I think it was on Love on the Spectrum. Didn't you give him something and he gave you something?
I gave him sweets, and he gave me a necklace.
Yeah, and I thought you gave him a hat.
I gave him a hat.
Yeah,
because you make hats.
Because I make hats.
Your
and
knitting
textiles.
life.
And
yeah.
one time, Ben's little puppy Navi was trying to run away with my pink yarn for knitting.
Oh heck no! I would have been so mad.
And my mom was like, "Ah! Ah!" She took my yarn. How'd she take the yarn?
She just grabbed it and ran. She's a puppy.
Abby, when it comes to you and David, do you see the comments? Because people think that your guys' wedding is going to outdo the royal wedding. Yeah. What do you think about that? What would be your dream wedding? What do you want there?
Costco pizza and Krispy Kreme donuts.
Me too! I think Costco pizza is the best, and people drag me for that. I always say
so
that my
good.
number one pizza is I like the pepperoni one.
Really?
Which one do you like?
Cheese pizza.
Oh, just plain. Okay, so you're having Costco pizza at your wedding, and
What are you laughing at?
I don't know, funny movie. Whenever I'd get upset from my childhood when I was frustrated, I would do the funny gesture, the dolly dance.
the dolly dance.
You have to stick your tongue out and do it. You do it.
But I also heard you say that.
One of my aides did it and tried to show me how it looked.
And it made you laugh.
It was silly.
Logan Paul did the dolly dance.
No, my favorite is when you said that you get annoyed if someone, you flick them away.
Doop. Yeah. Like a baby crying or a Disney villain or a barky dog. I'd
Away
go,
from me.
doop. Like my mom's haters. I think the haters are more like an evil villain. The haters.
Agreed.
Yeah, for real.
Well, guess what? They all have autism, but not the kind I have. They
Well-
didn't have a speech delay.
There's
Yeah.
different types of.
Yeah. Well, and I wouldn't say all of them, but, I do think that some people do have a certain type of autism that doesn't align with yours. And so therefore they just don't understand the story and the help that we're trying to do here. And that's okay. They, they might not want to understand.
Yeah.
So that's all right. We
But
don't
there's
judge
so
them.
many more people that love you.
Exactly.
than
That's
the
what we like to
haters.
focus on, the love.
Mhm. And you, since you're in love right now, what is some advice that you can give to people that are looking for love?
Those who are feeling lonely and left out in the cold,
Yeah.
gotta find someone who they have things in common with.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, that's a good one. Now I want to get into the show, Love on the Spectrum. What was going through your mind when the cameras started rolling? Was that difficult for you? How was that when you saw a lot of cameras around? Was it hard?
What about in the beginning, like when you first started shooting? What was hard about that? Do you remember? The very first season?
It was hard for me to. I don't know.
Maybe be present.
Yeah.
Like
right?
sitting still in the chair was really the hardest
Oh,
part.
okay. And you've been working at that?
Yes.
How's that been? What were some tools that you've learned about that?
What are you doing right now?
I'm playing with a fidget slug. See this green slug? I use it whenever I'm feeling stressed, but just bear with me.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Was there any moments from filming that didn't make it to the final cut, but you wish they had? Were there any moments that you didn't see on TV that you remembered that you enjoyed?
I don't know. What's your name?
Crystal.
Crystal, like an ice crystal.
Yeah.
And who are you? Alyssa and Crystal. What year were you born in?
94. What about you?
So you're a year younger than my brother.
Ben. What year were you born?
1998. My brother was born in
nice.
2000.
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
When you're thinking about Love on the Spectrum, do you have a favorite day of filming?
Not that I know.
Well,
Yeah, my African safari for the first time.
That was the best day.
Yes.
Why? Why did you like it so much?
Because I liked it because I got to see lionesses and their cubs.
Oh, yes. Now, when it comes to fame and you're over here using your little sluggy thing, do you use that on when you're filming too? Different fidgets and stuff?
Yeah.
So it helps you?
Wait, I feel like are you okay? You're good with this still? Okay. Did you use those while filming on Love on the Spectrum? I don't know if you did.
I don't know. I didn't use the slug.
Not the
But
specific
my
one.
guide dog is back upstairs. Instead, I brought the slug.
Oh, your dog you travel with. Okay,
We
okay.
had, you just got it today, right?
I got a couple stuffed dogs, one Dalmatian.
Oh.
And speaking of Dalmatians, it reminds me of 101 Dalmatians with Cruella DeVille. And didn't you dress up as Cruella during COVID?
For Halloween, yeah.
Wasn't it during COVID?
I guess it was.
Yeah. Back when Coach T and Max used to sit on my stoop.
Right.
I've heard you talk about how your form of autism, you have like really good memory. You remember a lot of things, like details to things. What were some
I could remember how when I was in second grade or third grade, I didn't know how to swim, just like Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog can't swim.
in the game he like drowns?
Yeah, well, he's a video game character. He's not real. He's a character.
Yeah, in the game, yes.
And he's a blue hedgehog.
I also saw that. Are you going to be joining a celebrity poker tournament coming up?
Yeah, in June for Ed Asner.
Yes. Do you think you're going to win at this? Are you good at poker?
I'm not sure.
Have you played before?
I have.
Okay, and when you played, did you win or not really?
I don't care if I win or lose, but I can get a bit OCD, like the bunny rabbit in Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Because he wants to keep his garden a certain way. Like if a carrot goes missing, he'll wig out.
Okay, yeah. So you're OCD. All right.
About playing games, I can get a bit OCD because I want to get a certain number.
So you could get competitive.
Yeah, that's what Rabbit does with his life in Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
That's what he does that's what his career is.
Don't you also play Candy Crush?
Yes, and I get very OCD in Candy Crush because I want to beat a certain score.
What score are you on? What level?
9,838.
Do you have to pay for that? Or no, is it the free version? Because I know some people spend money on Candy Crush. Do you?
She accidentally
Oh, you did?
did that, and it was like $500 worth at the Apple Store that we had to call about. But, you know, the free version is typically what you try and do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you just call your brother's name is Ben, right?
Uh-huh.
But sometimes you call him Brent when he annoys you. Who's Brent?
He was a boy in my second grade class. And guess what? Miguel Garcia was in my class. And guess what? He's friends with one of Bob and Mike's sons, the guys who live in the guest house.
Okay.
You know that I saw him during COVID-19, during the pandemic. He came to the house.
And then back to Brent. Like, these are people that...
Yes, it's because that people... Yeah, but even though those people aren't in my life... So
But what makes someone a Brent? Like, what does someone have to do to, like, make you call them a
he
Brent?
would go in my way and... Yeah. This was like an elementary school. Yeah. Any friends from your elementary school?
Yeah, a bunch of them. We're seeing one when we go to DreamWorks.
What's her name?
Kaylin.
Did you go to elementary school with her?
Actually, we moved away from each other when we were 5 years old. But we still kept in touch. But this is about you, girl.
Yeah.
We want to know more about Brent. And I know there's another term that you say sometimes. You call people doctor.
Oh,
Doctor. Because I don't like getting shots at the doctor.
So if someone gives you negative vibes.
Yeah, I don't like getting shots. But usually babies get shots. Yeah. Why do babies get shots?
They have all those vaccines they need to get. And, you know.
Why do crying babies get shots?
I know. It hurts. It hurts to watch.
Do teens get shots or occasionally?
Occasionally.
I think once in a blue moon they do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about the dial-up sound? The dials?
Even though it is a sound, it is an old sound from the past.
Uh-huh.
I listen to it because whenever I'm dysregulated, I need to listen to the dial-up modem sound.
So it regulates you, makes you feel calm.
Yeah, because I remember listening to it on my old computer.
And something that we're super proud about you is that you're such an advocate for the autistic community. A lot more people than ever are taking tests to see if they are autistic. How does it feel that you're someone that is just a really bright, shining voice for the community?
How do you feel about that?
I feel so happy for what I've done.
Yeah. I feel like you're normalizing people like you, and you're normalizing different parts of the spectrum when it comes to autism.
Yeah, that's right, I am.
And I think for you, Abby, you know, she has a very specific type of autism where she was diagnosed at 2.5 years old and has had how many years of speech?
I've had 22 years of speech therapy.
So she has just worked so hard her whole life to have a voice, and now she does, and she's a
And I
singer.
used to identify with Ariel back then.
Yeah.
Because same thing, just like how Ursula took Ariel's voice, autism took my voice. My brain takes away my voice. Same exact thing.
And we still have hard days, even, and you still acknowledge them and overcome them and work so hard towards being better and learning about yourself. And that's why we all admire and respect you so much.
But you know what? Today was a bit of a struggle this morning. But as the day got better, the day started getting better now.
Yeah, because you work towards it. You work so hard.
Thank you.
And I know that you can get overwhelmed, and as you're saying, your brain can take over what you want to say, but just being here and talking to you and hearing your story and hearing the funny things that you do and your memories, it really makes me feel so thankful that you came to stop by and share this with all of our audience here at Z100. So I just have to say thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
How does it feel to be Abbey? Like, how does it feel to be you?
It feels amazing.
Why? Like, what are some things when you think about your life that make you feel grateful?
I've overcome so much. I used to feel isolated and alone.
Wow.
What's something you used to be afraid of and now you love?
Water. I wrote a song called Water Slide, and it's about how I used to be terrified of the water. I really wanted to go under, but my mind wouldn't let me. And I got very jealous of other girls that pretended to be mermaids. That's what I was very jealous of. That's what made me super jealous.
But you learned how to swim.
Yeah.
From who?
Ginny Farrell. And I used to get jealous of girls that were pretending to be mermaids.
Right, you said that. But once you learned how to swim,
I started swimming like a mermaid as I became an adult.
and how did you feel, though?
Not isolated and alone anymore.
Wow. Like, when you said
And
water,
you know what I used to call those girls when they pretended to be mermaids? Lava girl.
oh gosh.
You know why? Because Lava Girl was heat and I didn't like the heat.
Okay.
So now we're going into categories, which is how Abby's mind works, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. But let's stay
And
focused.
David has synesthesia. He associates numbers as colors.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
That's how God made him, and God made me with categories. I was born this way.
Yeah.
That's a Lady Gaga song.
Yeah.
Does Alicia Cara have what?
Synesthesia.
She does?
Wow.
Yeah, Alicia Cara.
A lot of singers, yeah.
Billie
I
Eilish
didn't
too.
know that. That's what synesthesia made David very smart in math.
What are some of those abilities that David has in his
He gets
autism?
high scores in math.
Oh, and what are some that you wish that you had from that he has?
I don't know.
No, you're fine with not getting good.
Not as much sensory needs.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you feel really great being Abbey. I'm really thankful that you came, and I can't wait. Are we getting more music from you? Do you plan on touring? What's the vibe?
I don't know.
Okay.
What do you have another performance lined up soon, or?
Well,
She did this morning.
I did sing at the
obviously.
Greek Theater in April.
Okay, so we're gonna see you more and more.
Yeah.
Yes, more performances on the way. You're working on a song right now with Casey Kelly, who is my roommate, who helped Abby write "Boyfriend Forever." So, you know, they're kind of writing partners, and more music is definitely on the way, right?
Yes, it is.
And we're going to stream it on our free iHeartRadio app. We cannot wait to see you perform more and more, Abby. And a new season of Love on the Spectrum. Do you want to keep continuing that?
I do.
Okay, so we're going to see you on there. And you're sharing your love with David, and you're giving just so many people on the spectrum a lot of hope when it comes to love, too. So I want to say thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I can't wait for you to come back, Abby. Thank you.
Thank you.